everyone. We are going to work on a few things. Hold my chat up. There we go. So yes, today we're going to work on a few things. There's still some stuff that I want to make for shop update, like this. I want to make another leaf, and then I would like to also make the autumn bouquet, which just all sorts of stuff. So I think that's what the stream today is going to be, is we're going to work on just cutting some stuff up. Oh, and I would like to make another pumpkin. So I have an orange one, a purple one, and then I need a third color. I'm not entirely certain what I want the theme to be yet. So I was going to hope and pray that people on stream help me think of something good. This can go here. Pumpkin. I think the pumpkin, we're gonna focus on that first. So, well, actually, first we're gonna cut this out because this is like the most boring part of anything. And then once we cut this out, then we'll go ahead and start pulling some glass for another pumpkin. Luckily, this is like the most easy pattern I will ever cut in my life. There's 3 pieces. This is, all these details are going to be painted, because y'all know I've been going crazy with some painting recently. I almost combined those 2 words. And I think this is just going to be like a plain black. I thought about possibly doing it in an iridescent black, but I think that would be too much. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Hey, how's it going? Welcome. How are you doing today, Barty? Hello, hello. Oh, raid, yay! Sorry, my notifications don't work. Thank you for letting me know. How was your stream? What did you work on today? Hey, Alicia. How are you doing today? Doing fine. Hope you are as well. Yes, I am doing great. I got a little bit of a late start today, but alright! Thank you for the follow. See, like, I don't understand the Twitch notifications. Like, the follows work. What is going on over here? The follows work, but then the raid thing, like, it doesn't play a noise for me. Hi, the little mess. How are you doing? Also, I am doing very well. Thank you for asking. Welcome to the stream. I'm getting the boring stuff out of the way first and cutting this up. Swellio. Good. It was nice. So many lovely people over there. I worked on a dragon meme embroidery. Ooh. I don't know what that entails, but I'm sure it was lovely. All of your work is very nice. So I'm doing, so this is for my upcoming shop update, which is going to be like kind of spooky. So I was talking about it earlier, but usually I just like ramble on before anyone actually comes in. So I made this pumpkin for the update, and so I want to make another one in a different color. I have a purple one that I've already painted, but I just haven't, you know, soldered it together and stuff. Hi, Robin. Welcome. How are you doing? I made this as well. I'm sorry it's backwards, but it says "Let me be free," and it's like American traditional. So you can see this kind of is in the same vein of spooky things. And my shop update is like, it's in a week. I have almost nothing done for it. Hello, new person. I went to lunch during the raid, apparently. Hi! How are you? I am, I should introduce myself for people who are coming over from Twitch who are unfamiliar. My name is Rachel. I'm a full-time stained glass artist, and I make stuff like this. I have a shop update usually about every 2 months or so. This one is a little bit more disorganized because I just moved like 3 weeks ago, and I am in a shed currently, so like my studio space is a lot smaller and it's just like a lot different, and it's been chaotic. So yeah, that's what I do. Thank you so much for the follow. I usually do all of one step at a time. So like today I plan on cutting a lot of glass. So we're gonna just cut glass and plan glass, and then usually to smooth out the edges, I don't do that on stream because it's really loud and it's just like glass dust everywhere. Yes, Halloween vibes. Doing well, just lurking, trying to find a crop top pattern on Ravelry? Nice. Sadly, I have to go already. So no worries. No worries. Thank you so much for stopping in. I like after I am done streaming, I just like nope out and I'm just like, I'm hungry, so I get it. Thanks so much again for the raid, and enjoy your food. My mom dabbled in stained glass for a bit. She made a couple small things and a very lovely lampshade, and then dropped it because ADHD. No! So I've never done anything I've done one 3D thing before. I did like this little cube and I hated it, so I was like, I'm not gonna do a lampshade. Yeah, so I assumed it was some sort of tea. Alright, this is good. We're gonna go ahead and set this aside. This took half a second to cut out because it's very simple. So what I want to do is figure out another pumpkin. Let me get my other pumpkin. So yeah, yes, no, and yes. I've cut it out, Alicia, but I haven't actually made it. I'm gonna get the other pumpkin so y'all can see what we're working with, and then help me make a decision on what other pumpkins. So this pumpkin, it looks black. I dig the Gordkin. Thank you. Yeah, so I painted the vines, but then like there's these little copper swirlies, which I thought were kind of fun. I can't actually show you the color. It's a very deep purple. These are fully transparent. I don't think you'll be able to see it, but it's like kind of like a mauvey purple, and it has, oh, you really can't see any of it. It has trees painted in the bottom, and then like stars. It's like a nighttime scene of like a pine forest. It's really impossible to see. I think she still has a lampshade. Very nice. Yeah, sometimes I really like to go thrifting. Oh, I do! Good suggestion. Alright, let's see. Flashlight. Ugh, the color is awful. But you can kind of see a little bit that it's like a nice mauvey purple. Awful. Oh, sorry, I flashed everyone. I have a little light box, but it goes off of USB, and I'm using all my USB ports, so Ah, well. Alright, so we have our purple. And then the stem is iridescent black. Which I thought gave it a nice little cosmic pop. Because, you know, it's like the top of the cosmos. Let's see. Put her together. My camera is just not very good, so I think we're just gonna, you'll have to just take my word for it. You can kind of see it a little better now. So what I was thinking, Halloween pumpkin. Halloweeny pumpkin. I could do like a white pumpkin, but that's not as spooky as I want. Spooky. I could also do a different kind of purple, but I don't really want to do that. I could do... Gray is kind of boring. I don't think a gray would be very, like... I read the first part of it and I was like, you're gonna get a Twitch terms of service violation. I was like, what am I doing wrong? It's a good joke. No, I appreciate it. All bear jokes are welcome in my stream forever and always, even if they make me slightly panic. What color should I do? I could do another type of orange, but then the question is, should I just do... That would be an idea I would want to steal if I was a stealer. Dark green? What would the subject matter? Because I want to paint it. This is like feathers. Like I did the feathers where I paint the feathers. This is like another thing where it's like I'm trying to set my... trying to be different. I want to be different. Do you think a green pumpkin is Halloweeny enough? Is it spooky enough? Yellow, green, my vote. Green pumpkin. Let's look up some green pumpkins and see if we can get inspired. I'm trying to decide the color for the third pumpkin that I'm going to be making. So, it's also going to be painted. I just don't know what I'm going to paint on it. So, orange, purple, and then mystery color. People are suggesting green and yellow greens, but I don't know how I feel about it fully. How I fully feel. My phone is just taking a gosh darn minute and a half to load. Hold on. I have this very strange glass. This very strange glass. But it's like a blood red in parts. It doesn't have... this is like very blue, obviously, but this is like a... Gothic skyline with a witch line. I bought several green pumpkins from Hobby Lobby for decorations. Ooh, okay. Green pumpkin. Oh, they're kind of cute. I don't dislike it. Like this one? Depends on if you want to go for a more autumn pumpkin or Halloween pumpkin. Greeny green for Halloween, more muted green for autumn. I think I'm gonna go with, I think I like muted green. Cause I want it to be, look at this. Oh, this is from Hobby Lobby, it's green. All right, so that's a no for this then. Ooh, can you? Ooh, you can. Nice. Heck yeah. Greeny green. I could use the Shrek green that I just got. Oh my gosh, it's coming together. Let's find our green that we just got. Where is it? This is a really beautiful green. I used this for my Luna moth. So this is one we could put in there as well. Where is it? I have all sorts of greens. Green. Green, where are you? Where did it go? I didn't do all of it. Green. Ah. No? I'm confused. Chaos. No. Oh my gosh, where is it? Oh, here it is. Oh my gosh, it's perfect. Sorry, y'all. This is the Shrek green I was talking about. It's really, really beautiful. It's like in the light. You can't really see it. In the light, it just looks like Shrek, like a little bit like if Shrek got a tan. And because of this texture on the back, it kind of looks like a leaf pattern. But I think this would make a beautiful muted sagey green pumpkin. Now what do we paint on it? That's the question. What do we paint on it? I can't just do a plain green pumpkin. I could do something similar. Blue-green pumpkin? What is this? Go back. Green pumpkin? Ew! Teal pumpkin? Anyway. Oh! Here we go. Yep. Great. I'm glad y'all like it. I don't want it to be all the same color glass though. Like for this one, I used 4 different colors of glass. So the question is, do I have anything similar enough to this to make like some accent lobes, pumpkin lobes? This is not the right green. This is like neon compared to this. So let's not do that. I have this. Nope. No. This is like the same. Oh, this is the same glass. It's just different. I didn't realize I had this. This is a very blue green. So this is a no. Looks like I'm just gonna have to go to the glass store and buy more green. I think the only like yellow green I have is this. Ooh, this would be nice right here. Hello! Hey Dan, how's it going? Teal pumpkins are an autism and allergy awareness thing. It's a signal to parents for trick-or-treaters that the house has allergy-friendly options and non-food items like toys. Oh, okay, cool. I did not know that. How you doing, Dan? Welcome. This part of the glass specifically is transparent, and I feel like it'd be kind of cool. I don't know. Maybe I should just get all this green. Because this is too much. This is like too busy. Busy. What to do? You know what though? English muffle. They're so pretty together. Okay, these are definitely gonna get paired together. I know I have a smaller sheet of this, so we're gonna find the smaller sheet so I don't knock this off and break it. I'm gonna move this up here. There we go. So I have this tiny piece. They all look heckin' neat. They are. I have quite a big glass collection. Okay, I would like one more. I don't want just 2 colors of glass, I want 3. And I want the other one to be opaque like this. So let's figure it out, y'all. I think this is a little too much, yeah. I need something muted. This is like, God no. This is like very pistachio when you look through it. I don't like it though. I don't like it together. Nope. I think this is gonna be too much, but I just love it. So Dan, we are making a 3rd pumpkin. So it was kind of unanimous to do green, so I'm doing this like kind of muted green, but this is the orange one that I finished the other day. Now I'm just trying to decide on what green I'd like this to be. This is far too much of a lime green, unfortunately. I'm sorry you guys can't see it, but... Right? That's how I feel all the time. It looks beautiful, but it looks awful. Just awful with these other greens. Just because they're so dark and kind of like more on the... It's hard to describe them. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is, I love this glass a lot. It's very pretty. I have the dark version of it, but I don't think it'll go with this either. So when I say dark version, I mean this. It's a different kind of iridescence. You can see the alien heads that I never ended up making. But it is iridescent nonetheless. Let me see if I have a better one. I know I do. It's a little... This is like gold. You can kind of see it. But this is Spectrum Wispy Iridescent Green, which is very hard to find. Really, it's only like glass hoarders who still have this for sale. Why do I not have the right green for this? This is very frustrating. This is like my last option. It is, that green is a bit blue. That's the issue I'm having, is most of my greens are like kind of a more cool green, whereas these are both very warm greens. Gosh, I just need one more. One more piece. This might be our only option, really. I am so picky when it comes to choosing glass colors. For those of you who have been to my stream before, you know that making prototypes takes me forever. Just when I say prototype, I mean the first of something, you know, even though it's going to be the only one. It takes me forever, and I used to not do it on stream because of this indecision that I'm experiencing, but people say that they enjoyed hanging out while I'm doing it, so I just kept doing it. Glass fix in the SunBear shed today. Yes. You know what we'll do? We'll figure out what pieces are going where, and then if I cut this accent piece and I don't like it, it's not the end of the world. Let's put this down here. Now I have to find my pumpkin pattern. Let me clean up my workspace a little bit. I've already created a mess and I haven't even been streaming that long. Okay. So here's our pattern. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm thinking two, I like for an accent piece, like 2 and 5 would be good accent pieces. If we even need to do accent pieces, I would like to use this, but I just don't know if it's necessary. Yeah, I'll just have to make a bunch of them. Okay, yay! Okay, yeah, so I was always like, I'm not gonna do these streams because, like, I just ramble on and I'm super indecisive, but people like them. So, great. Superb. 4 in 1. Yeah, 2 and 5 are the same thing. What am I gonna paint on this, though? I have no idea. I have no idea. I mean, we could do something similar to this and just have lots of like curling vine type things, but that's I don't like doing that. I don't like stealing from myself. That's fine. That is totally fine. That's my fiance and I. It's weird to like say that because it's such a recent term, but we were talking about streams the other day and how like if I watch a stream, it's usually because I'm just like passively like I just have it up in the background. My soldering streams, I don't talk very much. Just because I'm focused so much, like I'm focusing so much. So the soldering streams, I say it multiple times during the stream. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not talking. If anyone's new, like it's just hard for me to focus. I'm gonna look up some like whimsical autumn pumpkin stuff. Whimsical autumn pumpkin. It's not stealing, it's just reappropriating. Exactly. Whimsical pumpkin. I think I'm just gonna, we'll just end up doing vines. And like little leaves, little pumpkin leaves. Oh, all right, we're good. We're good. Now the question is, what pieces go where? I'm gonna have this be the front side of it. Hey, how's it going? Welcome. How are you doing today? Yeah, I'm gonna have this be the front side because this will be better to paint, and then this pattern comes through nicely, but it's not overpowering. So this is going to be what I paint on. Let me get my my nasty fingerprints off of this glass. Clean it up a little bit. This looks real dirty. So we're definitely gonna do one. I'm gonna leave 2 out. 1, 3, 4, and then 5 has yet to be decided. And then you can't even see what I'm doing. My goodness. All right. Hey, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Luckily, this glass has some variation in it, so it's kind of nice for, even though we're using a lot of the same glass, like there's dark streaks through it. It's not quite as much as I would like. Maybe I'll just do the whole pumpkin in this green. I'm so undecided. So undecided. When I'm planning my glass too, I personally like to make it look, in most instances, like it's not just cut from the exact same part of the glass. So like I don't just lay it all directly onto the thing and then cut it. Like I like there to be some like variation. Hey Max, how's it going? Welcome. How you doing today? I'm so silly. I'm like, I don't want to make it all from the same green. I made this all from the same orange. Make no sense. I don't think we will use this accent piece, although it is very pretty. I could make some little green pumpkin charms with this. Hey CJ, how you doing? Welcome. I'm just struggling with my own indecision and just being silly. Just being silly about my last choices. See, all that time choosing glass, and then I was just like, I'm just gonna use the same green. Working on glass, of course. Very nice. What are you working on today? I'm gonna turn my music down so I can see how loud the glass cutting noises are. How are we going to cut this? So. I started my first piece a few days ago and I was pretty confident in my glass cutting grinding skills, but my soldering skills are terrible. That is super normal. Soldering is very hard. I was actually just thinking about it the other day, and I think that the step that I still struggle with the most, and the step that I could use the most improvement with, is soldering. So it's a never-ending battle. Aw, thanks CJ. I appreciate that. Very nice. Very nice. Let's see. I'm gonna mute the mic for a second because I want to tap on the glass, and I think this mic is too heavy, or it's too sensitive. So let me just. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I am, you know, we're our own, like, worst critic or whatever. So I always, you know, there's always room for improvement. There's always ways that we can improve our soldering and improve whatever step we're doing. Now I know a lot of people, a lot of like veteran artists. I see a lot of veteran artists like on Instagram and stuff, and like they're soldering, like they just don't even look like they care to fix stuff. So I don't think it matters that much, to be honest. But it's just my own personal, like, I just want to get better at it and get like more perfect. I did the one with an amber texture, and I'm going to do another with an orange color. Very nice. Very, very nice. Let's use our runners for this part. Yeah, this glass is fantastic. I honestly don't remember what it is, but I think it might be Yakagani. Maybe. It's so pretty. Probably one of my favorite greens I've ever had, for being honest. It's pretty easy to work with too. It's not too bad. Which, if a glass is pretty and easy to work with, it's the best. Yep, exactly. I don't ever want to feel comfortable, which, to be honest, let's be honest with ourselves. I have too high of anxiety to ever feel comfortable about my work. But I don't ever want to get comfortable and then, like, you know, start slacking or anything like that. Basically, every time I work and every time I am, like, working on stuff, I feel like I view it from the lens of, like, no one knows what who I am or what my work is, and I have to, like, one-up myself every time. That's kind of like the mindset I have, if that makes sense. Ooh, what an orange. Oh, I bet it's so pretty. I love it. This is a beautiful, I'm gonna keep my eye out for this glass next time I'm at the glass shop. Let's see. I just started making stained glass yesterday and your videos helped so much. Yay, that makes me happy. I'm so glad to hear it. Welcome to the stained glass world, by the way. What was your first project, Skylar? And how did the soldering go? I knew what you meant, CJ. It's fine. I type typos all the time. Especially like when you're during a live stream, you want to like respond so quickly that you just like because you don't want to miss like the flow of the conversation. You don't have to get this perfect, especially because with this kind of like textured glass, it can be a little hard to get all of the tiny pieces broken off cleanly, but it's okay. Yeah, I saw someone on my Discord made like a Frankenstein, which was super cute. Loved it. I love seeing all the spooky stuff people are making. There's so many things this year there's so many things that I wanted to make that I just like didn't have time for because of the move.
Alright!
Hey, thank you so much for the follow. Also, thanks for the follow if anyone else has followed me and I didn't say thank you. I have my sounds adjusted weird, so I sometimes can't hear notifications. Just made a couple triangles to get the hang of everything. I need to work on foiling and soldering. Yes, those are difficult parts of it, but honestly, when you're first starting out, there's like each step has its own each step is its own skill set that you have to learn. So, and there's a lot of steps that you have to get through to finish a piece of stained glass. But you'll get there, I promise. Oh, we need to get this one. My first piece that I ever made, which I actually need to redo, was this philodendron leaf. This was my first project ever. You can see the solder is very lumpy and bumpy. My iron was not hot enough. And this took me about 8 hours to cut the glass. Because I just didn't know what I was doing. And the glass that I chose is not only very textured on the front, you can see like all the little tiny bumps, but it's also very like topographical. So to this day, this is the most difficult glass I've ever worked with. I tried to cut a piece from this glass that I had left over, and it didn't work with me. So I think that's why, like with how much experience I have, this glass still kicked my butt. So the fact that I learned with this is pretty hilarious, but it is what it is. It got a heat fracture too, so I think whenever I end up taking this apart and resoldering it, then I will separate that. I kind of like that idea too. I just want to be able to hang it up, because like you see, when I first started, I didn't know what I was doing, so I put the jump rings on just like the borders, like right here, and it's super flimsy. Like I could pull this off very easily. So that's the main thing, is I just want to redo it so I can hang it. But maybe I could find another way. Hey, I like this glass though. I think it's nice. This is unintentional too. I was so proud of myself. I cut it, and like the way that this like wisp went with the leaf. We'll see. I just want to be able to like see it, you know? So that's my first piece, and I struggled with it like the dickens. It took me 2 months to actually finish it. So that was the punchline of the whole thing. You will, if you are persistent, you'll get there. You'll get there. You just gotta be really stubborn. Excuse me. See, this is what I was talking about. It's really hard to get these like really tiny little fragments off of the edges. I have these really itty bitty grozers that have a very fine tip to them that are really good for getting these tiny edge pieces off. Yes, much better. Much more fine control than the regular grozers. Ugh, sometimes it explodes like that though. Just goes like sideways, basically. Rude. Possibly coming to your side of the state for some glass this weekend. Ooh, nice. I ordered a box that came with a random assortment of glass, and I'm not sure what to make for my first actual project. My first piece is a little stabby. I'm so impressed with your person. Thank you. Like I said though, that took me 2 months. Like I foiled it, and then I like just was so anxious to solder it that I just decided not to. My boyfriend was even like, he was like, aren't you like trying to learn how to do stained glass? Like, don't you want to try to like break free of your job and do this full time? And I was like, yes, but I'm scared to solder. Like I just had such a bad anxiety about it. I don't like being bad at things. So, do you have a soldering tips video on YouTube? Yes. I do. I have one or two, I think, and then I was thinking about doing another one. My next video, which I started filming, is going to be all about lead came, specifically using U-channeled came around borders. So I don't do leaded glass work where like it has like an H-shaped piece that goes between the glass, but I do use U-channel came all the time. So I actually filmed applying this lead came, and then I have a bunch of different sizes that I'm gonna try to use and film myself using. That way people can like see how I do it and explain, you know, how to work with it, and I don't know, just show my process. I don't know if it's the right way to do it, but it's how I do it and it works, so. Yeah, lead came is so intimidating. I didn't want to work with it for the longest time because I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing. The first project I did with it too, it was awful. It looked terrible. But practice, because you're not gonna get good at it unless you just get it over with and do it. So. But yeah, it's a video I've been meaning to make for quite a while, so I'm working on it now. I'm just trying to balance like that and my shop update and commissions and stuff, so. Excuse number 1, 2, and 3 right there. Green pumpkin! Look at this green pumpkin! What is he doing? Oh my gosh. I like this. I didn't think I was gonna like this, and then I saw that Hobby Lobby thing, and I was like, yep. Like a nice muted green. Oh no! Why did you do that? It's okay. We can salvage it. It's just gonna be a little bit wonky right there. Irritating. I got this, I kind of started getting the zoomies, and then my glass got weird, so. Let's try to avoid getting the zoomies in the studio. All the stained glass stores are closed on my days off. Are there any good online stores you use? I've only ordered glass online one time. I basically order all of my supplies from anythinginstainedglass.com. They have a very sketchy looking website, but I've done all my orders through them, and I promise they're not sketchy. I ordered about $400 worth of glass about a year ago from them. They have a minimum, and the only reason I don't like buying online basically anywhere is because I like to be able to see the glass, touch it, smell it. No, not smell it. I like to be able to interact with the glass, and you know, once you get familiar with glass and stained glass work, if you pick up a piece of glass, you can generally know if it's going to be easy to work with or not. I don't know how to describe it, but that's why I really like just like buying it in person. But I bought it on there. It ended up being about 400 bucks. I ordered, I think, 14 or 15 sheets of glass. I got some good iridescent, cream colored iridescent. I got a ton of English muffle because English muffle is my favorite. What do you do with your scraps? I feel so bad throwing away glass. Let me show you. I put them in, I have a few different methods of storing my scraps. I'm at the point where little tiny fragments, like what I'm breaking off now, that just goes in the trash, or the sharp spin. I don't think any glass artist uses a sharp spin, to be honest. Oh no! When did that happen? Terrible. Why? All right. My local place's website is literally from 1997. Their shop is requesting that quarters catalogs be emailed to you. What? What do you mean? That's awesome. It's a zombie pumpkin. Yes. I like your thoughts. Man, I can't remember what I was saying. Glass, English muffle. Yeah, it'll come back. It's okay. We'll cut a little bit more of this off. It's not the end of the world. Not even close. It's very frustrating though. How dare you? This has an up and down like texture, so let's stay with that. Oh, Skylar said, that's where I got my kit. Nice. I meant to reply to that earlier. Yeah, I really like that website. I've never ordered from Delphi before. Just because I'm like a... Man, giant corporations, man. One of those, but... It is what it is. Nothing personal, Delphi. Nothing personal. What do you use to get Sharpie off? I use a magic eraser, but honestly, once I'm done grinding and stuff, it usually comes off pretty well. Like, there's usually not any Sharpie left. If there is any Sharpie left, it's because I used metallic Sharpie, and then I can just use my magic eraser, or what is it, a melamine sponge, and that gets it off just fine. Alright, let's not have that happen again. Thank you. So, Sharpie, theoretically, you shouldn't really even see the Sharpie, theoretically. If it is coming off though, if you use metallic Sharpies, silver, bronze, or copper, either one, any of them, these are water resistant. I know some people also use paint pins. Oh yeah, and it'll be harder to get off too, Skylar, if you if it's a very textured glass. So this will still come off. I'm not saying this is perfect. I still have mine come off, but it's longer lasting than the black Sharpie. But what I say, you shouldn't even really have Sharpie marks. And, you know, I say that and I have Sharpie marks. It's whatever. But theoretically, you're cutting inside of the Sharpie mark because that is going to have the best fit. When I first saw their website, I thought it was an old defunct one until I saw a post with their pandemic policies. Can't believe it was real. Yeah. The only local place around here. I've been around 50 years. I mean, they're going to lift. The only other thing I can think is that if you have a ton of water in your grinder, that'll make it come off, because like your grinder is like, not only is it smoothing the edge of your glass, but it's also kind of vibrating the glass. Just because of, it's just what it's doing. So it's like I forget those like cleaner machines that like it like vibrates stuff at like a really insane pace and it cleans everything off. I can't think of what it's called. It's not an autoclave. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I don't remember. But it's basically, from the way that I think about it, it's doing the same thing. So that's why Sharpie, it'll like get it off so easily, but then also it's just not water resistant. So some people I've heard also put Vaseline on their pieces, like over the Sharpie, and that helps preserve it and keep it there for longer. Ugh, hold on, I'm gonna stop talking for a little bit and focus on getting this piece. Yeah, it's like a jewelry cleaner, but there's a specific name for it, and I can't remember, but it just like vibrates stuff really, and it like gets all the dirt. I don't know what it's called. But that's the way that I view it, is what's happening. So usually when I'm grinding though, I'm kind of just used to it, and so I'll grind my piece and then I'll check to see how well it fits, and then I'll retrace it usually, or I will I used to like actually put this back on and retrace it, but now I'm at the point where if I put it on my reference sheet, I can usually just like kind of mark where I need to grind, and then I just grind it and it's fine. So I personally just like Sharpie better than like gluing the pattern on. Honestly, I haven't even tried gluing the pattern on, but I'm so indecisive that gluing the pattern on just seems counterproductive, and like it would take me forever. Because I like to be able to trace the piece and then like look at it and be like, how is this gonna look with light behind it, and blah blah blah. So it's just my preference. Yeah, an ultrasonic cleaner. Yes. I've thought about using non-permanent vinyl. Could do that. That's the beautiful thing about stained glass, is like you just find a way of doing things that works best for you. For me, tracing it on with Sharpie works best for me. Some people like to glue it on, and it's okay. Okay, let's look at our little pumpkin. We have a lot of grinding to do, but that is okay. I think it looks good. These pieces are darker than these, which kind of give it some spice. So now, let's do, this is green, and this is, where's my other green piece? Okay, I guess I just don't have it anymore. I think we can do a nice little light brown stem too. I think that'll look really nice. Just like the orange one. Now what? I just don't have anything in my brain right now that like I want to paint on this. So I think in order to effectively paint this, I'm gonna just have to sit down and just start drawing and brainstorm. Do you use a fume trap? For soldering, yes. I have a smoke absorber. It's the Hako or Hako, I can't remember which way you pronounce it, FA400. and it's a like carbon filter smoke absorber for when I'm soldering. Using a little piece of green, and then there's another one like right. Now, if you don't have access to a smoke absorber, because they can be a little pricey, I would say if you can try to solder in front of a window, keep the window open and have a fan behind you to like force all the fumes out. That would be ideal. You don't really want to do this somewhere. You don't want to do this somewhere that you don't have adequate ventilation. Alright, where's the brown? This brown. So pretty. Look at that. That would make a perfect knot on a tree. Alright, so let's pull from... I want to pull from this corner. Right? I love this glass. I use it as much as I can. So I just think it's so gosh darn pretty. Okay, there's all of our little stem pieces. Okay. This glass is wild. That's the only issue I have with this brown glass, is it kind of has a mind of its own. I've never not had a problem with this. Thank you, I hope so. I'm thinking that I want to paint little leaves, little pumpkin leaves. Now, see, now I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna start doing it. I don't know what pumpkin leaves look like, to be honest. I don't want it to make it look like another type of leaf. Oh, we could have little, like, we could have more pumpkin vines too. We could have something like, you could paint like little curling vines all over it and have it like connect. That looks really bad, but we're just getting the... Because I like the idea of painting some like flowers on it. It's like little pumpkin flowers. Yeah. They are huge. That's why I was thinking about putting like little tiny ones. It'd be kind of stylized, but pumpkin drawing with flowers. Oh, they do look like maple leaves. My goodness. Maybe this is just a tiny pumpkin though. Like maybe this is just like a baby pumpkin that we're seeing like really big, you know? So we could... I really don't know. What does a pumpkin leaf look like? Every single one of these is different. Pumpkin leaf. Oh, it's ugly. Oh, it's ugly. Yeah, like little stylized pumpkin leaves. Yes, they do. Yeah, they have the cutest flowers. Oh, okay, so apparently this is a pumpkin leaf. So also, hello, how are you doing? Welcome. It's kind of like it has like a lobe, and then it has like another lobe, and then it has like this lobe. Oh, it's ugly. This lobe. Aw, we could do like little shading. Something like this. I just want it to be whimsical. What is that? I just make up my own leaves. Who cares? This doesn't even make sense anyway. Who gives a poop? This will be painting. I've never actually seen a pumpkin growing in the ground. City Slicker here. No worries. I think I've like really only ever seen pumpkins growing like in pictures. I'm also a city slicker, although no more. Now I am out in the boonies, so that's about to change. But yeah, we'll be painting. We'll be painting this. This leaf is far too big. I absolutely hate it. Let's change that. I mean, cause like it doesn't have to make sense, right? Like the purple pumpkin doesn't make sense. Yes, this is glass. I am a full-time stained glass artist. This is what the pumpkin in theory will look like. So this is an orange one that I made, and with little painted details. I have this other purple pumpkin that has like it's like deep purples with trees and then like a night sky. As far as I knew, they magically appear in stores in October. I don't know, trolling, but I'm not going to answer that. I also make stuff like this. This is a piece that I finished yesterday, so I've been going kind of crazy with the painting. I am. I've only ever lived in the city. I'm like, I haven't even lived here long enough to consider myself a country folk. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so this is like the kind of stuff I make. I really don't have anything else made for the update. I have these tiny pumpkins too. Made the vines a bit higher up on the sides. On one side it might help. It looks a little too straight across. I like what you're thinking. I like your thought process. So maybe what I could do is, like, it looks like it starts over here. Let's just start over. Let's start over. We'll have it go kind of curling up and then come up to this side. Let's start over. You kind of, like, for painting like this, I think maybe just painting in general, you have to kind of, like, channel your inner Bob Ross. Thank you. I actually only, I haven't done an art fair before. I sell everything online. So, I do all of my, like, advertising and stuff through, like, Instagram and the dreaded TikTok. I bought the cane that you use, but I'm so afraid I'm gonna mess it all up. No! Go for it! You have to practice! Practice, practice! Blankly into the middle distance. That'll do it! That will do it. Alrighty. Let's try this again. So maybe we start a little higher. What about something like that? The dreaded TikTok. Yes, it is working. I just say that because TikTok's algorithm is like impossible to crack nowadays. I just don't understand how to do anything anymore. See, we can put little leaves like this and then have little I started posting on TikTok in November of 2019. You found me on YouTube. Very nice. Yeah, YouTube is kind of like, I'm trying to put more of my effort into YouTube, although that doesn't seem like it because of how infrequently I've been posting content. Nope. Hi, Gish. I'm gonna look you up on TikTok now. Oh, I haven't been posting very much. I used to post more tutorials, but now it's just like doing my due diligence, basically. How are you doing today, Gish? I have followed thee on the clock app. Looks like some wicked tats on your arm. Yes. So this one is basically almost a full sleeve. I haven't done my inner bicep because I got kind of, I wanted to work on my other arm. But this is my left arm, stained glass, because it's just part of the story. Yeah, editing is terrible. It's hard, Mole Rat, it's hard. But then this one, sorry, it's hard to see. This is my other one, and I'm gonna potentially be making this into a sleeve as well, but other things have been prioritized above tattoos, so. Sadly enough. Like moving. Plus, my tattoo artist has increased his pricing like double since when I first started going to him. So, it's hard now. Been a great start to my day, finding $5 while walking to get my coffee. Very nice. Oh, and he said very nice too. Hi, Cradle to Grave Bear. Why that gif? Is the pumpkin too spoopy for you? The arm looks like Japanese art. It is a little bit, just with this. I told him to just, I gave him a general idea, and then I just let him run with it. Today was the first day of cold. Ooh, very exciting. We've actually had kind of good weather here. I'm in Florida, and it hasn't been terrible. So we're having like a cold front. Whatever that means in Floridian. Winter is coming. Yeah. I'm so excited for cold weather now that we're in our camper setup. It's gonna be so comfy. Yeah, thank you. If you want to look him up, I don't know if you're like into tattoos or whatever. His name is Tim Lease. He's based out of Orlando. He's really cool. He's a really, really nice guy. He's probably like one of the like coolest people I've met. Hovering over my space heater, trying to feel warm. Are you somewhere where it's super cold? I'm kind of jealous. I don't know what to do for here. I'm in Houston. It's finally feeling good outside. Been pure hell here. Yeah, I bet. Music is fitting too. Nice. I'm glad. This is like the only free music that I have downloaded on my Spotify. Any Yellowstone fans? I like Yellowstone. Shaw's Tattoos here in Houston. Got some great artists. Ooh, very nice. Can't say I'll travel to Houston for tattoos, but if I ever find myself in Houston and I want a spur-of-the-moment tattoo, keep that in mind. Oh, it's a show. Okay. I'd rather die than have to live in a southern / hot state. It's not the end of the world. It's not the best. Do you use Stream Beats on Spotify? I do not. The reason why, I just need to download it. Hi. I need to download it because I'm out in the middle of nowhere and we use a hotspot for our internet. So we have a 5G hotspot. And I don't want to like be pulling data the whole time I'm streaming because I'm already pulling a lot or like.
Oh, I can help you set that up. All you gotta do is set the bitrate limit on Spotify to really low.
I think I did. I just was like, I was like worried about using too much in the
I've been using it pretty liberally, Spotify. So.
Oh, okay.
Like when I'm playing music, Spotify is where I'm pumping it through.
Okay.
So. Seems to be alright.
Do you like this green pumpkin?
It's pretty cool.
Look at him. What's he doing?
He's spoopy. It's a frumpy pumpkin. Like the black one.
It's purple.
Purple. Hey, Alicia. Is that my official nickname now? Chaos?
Yes. They're just like, where's Chaos? I hear Chaos. I was born and raised here in Houston, and trust me, you never get used to the heat. It's pretty bad. I mean, Florida... Oh, now I want one too! How dare you? I want a nice chai.
Thank you, Falker. Dat Falker. Cradle the Great Bear. Yeah. No,
We just like Florida. I don't think we're gonna move anytime soon.
No. Not soon. Probably eventually.
Eventually. We both love the mountains, so.
Yeah, I'm not from here. I'm not a Florida native.
You could hide a raccoon in that thing, like a little baby raccoon.
I was just working out.
A bead of sweat just like pooled into my hand.
It's weird how my beard's completely dry, but my face is like the hair on my face is wet. So
I was just like not expecting that.
Skull is a Norwegian fella or Swedish.
Ooh, Tahoe! I've never been there, but I would love to. I would love to visit. I really loved Oregon whenever I went to Oregon. I wouldn't move there now though, but I loved it when I was there. I liked Tennessee as well. I just visited Tennessee.
Cool, makes me think of engagement.
Engagement makes me think of iced chai. Oh, that was a lot of sweat too. It was just like, it made me feel like that drop of sweat was like, finally, a vessel! And just like, shoo.
Pretty much. Can you see my dry part of my shirt now? Yeah, I'm just soaked.
Almost got on the street. Nice.
Very nice.
That's where I'm from. What, from Oregon or from Tennessee? I'm sorry, Risk. I'm sorry. Triggered!
What's wrong with Oregon?
I don't want to live there.
Oh, no. It's beautiful.
I do.
But I don't.
But I don't.
Yeah, you can keep that to yourself.
Alright, let's get back to doing some glass cutting work. I mean, like, the Pacific Northwest. Oh, Tahoe. Sorry. There's a lot of places mentioned. The Pacific Northwest, I think that my, not to sound like dramatic and cliched, but like my soul wants to live there. Like it's just the most beautiful, like all the trees and the pine trees and stuff. And like how like it's rainy all the time. That's just like where I would want to live. But I like Florida.
Yeah.
I have Stockholm Syndrome for Florida.
I like the Appalachians, since that's kind of where I grew up.
Me too. I think you missed my answer, so I'll repeat. I'm actually somewhere very warm, but my house... Oh, yes, I did miss that answer. Ah. Ugh.
Oh, boy.
I know people who keep their thermostat at, like, in, like, the low 60s, and I'm just like, how? We had ours on 76 this morning, and we were just like, I'm cold. Whoops.
Right.
Hashtag Floridian life.
I knew people up in Baltimore that kept their house at like 85 during the winter.
My parents kept our house at 78, but like it was such a big house that like in the rooms it would be like 85, and like in the center of the house, so I would just be like sweating all the time when I was growing up.
Alright, I'm gonna go do some work and do a little YouTube upload.
Okay.
Good luck.
Bye.
Bye everyone.
You know what I forgot to add? I forgot to add the little curly things. It's okay though. That's freezing. Well, I don't know. We're just like get cold easily now, I guess. I couldn't tell you. We're outside more often now though, so I think we kind of have gotten used to the heat a bit more. A little bit. Oh, look at that brown with the green. So for us, or for me, like I'm like such a baby with cold now. It's embarrassing. But it's just what I'm used to. I've lived in Florida since 2007, so I am like thoroughly. Yeah. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Like, artificial cool is worse than actual cool. I don't know if it's because it's like less. No, the humidity makes it more cold. Like, it makes it worse. I don't know why that is. Yeah. Because there's no sunlight, maybe? Wow, we have spent almost the whole time. My heart is a blazing inferno of rage. I must have it cold. We spent almost the whole stream on just this pumpkin. Gosh darn it. It's 66 outside today and my windows are fully open. I like forget that it's actual fall other places. This morning where I'm at, it was in the low 70s and breezy. Most beautiful morning we've had since like May, I would say. And like, oh, it was beautiful. It was just beautiful. There's this spot at the back of the property we're staying at where it overlooks this giant, I don't know how big it is, but it's like a giant field that's maybe like 50 acres maybe? A 50-acre field. It's pretty big and it's just like wilderness. And every morning I go out there now and I just kind of like stand there because I go out at about 7:30 when the sun's rising. And there's like this cool breeze and it was like low humidity. Oh, it was amazing. Hey, thank you so much for the follow. Yes, I have to sand down the edges. Going to Canada in November to see family we haven't seen in 2 years due to COVID. Very excited. It's going to be in the low 30s. Do you always do a piece start to finish? No, actually. I don't think I've ever done a piece on stream start to finish. Just because, especially like with these painted details, I have to wait 24 hours for this to dry before I can set it in the oven. So a lot of times it takes me like a few days if I'm doing painted stuff, which most of my stuff is painted now. The leaves in the woods behind me are starting to change color. I miss that so much. I grew up in North Carolina, so I am familiar with actual seasons. I miss it. Yeah, 70s is fall. Good enough for me. Alright. This piece obviously still needs a little work, but there is our green pumpkin, and we can move on to our next thing now, because I did not mean for it to take 2 hours to cut one thing. Whoops. It happens, I guess. My mom lives in Saskatoon in Canada. There's a reason I do not visit my mother for Christmas. Yeah, that's cold. That's real cold right there. No. That's real intense. Ugh. What do I want to do next? I think... What did we say we were going to do next? Pumpkin, a leaf. Oh, yes! Yes! Any people who are in my Discord, if you have like autumn pictures of like places you've been, please send them to, like, post them on my Discord. This is my favorite season, I think. And get out of here, Risk. I know, Oregon is so pretty. I just couldn't live there. I just couldn't do it. I just can't do it. Maybe like Eastern Oregon or Eastern Washington. I know quite a few people actually in Eastern Washington. I know this person who they have like 20 or 40 acres and they're building their own house and they're just like outside. Oh, it looks so pretty. Post pictures of their beautiful property. I love this. I'm excited. Look at, I like this leaf too. You can't really see it. It's a nice leaf. What do we want to do next? Ooh, I can give y'all a little sneaky peeky too of the spooky charms that I'm doing for this month. I still have to paint the moon for this one, but it's a full moon with little bats and like a tree line. And then this one is like a little spooky graveyard. And I haven't painted this one yet, but this is gonna be red glass with like a castle cathedral on it. It just has the Sharpie mark. Hey, how's it going? Welcome. I was convinced to do the green pumpkin, and I'm also loving it. I was like, I don't know about the green, but I think Alicia sold me on it.